Christelle has managed to captivate a program that has these girls at a young stage and takes them right through to university, and they still have that safe space.
It's a sisterhood like no other. There's not a lot of spaces like it in this community. I feel like you'll learn a lot and it will change you as a person.
For the girls on programs such as the D.I.V.A program, this means a whole new, brighter, newer way of living. It sets a different foundation and it builds a legacy where women will be heard and women will know where their safe spaces are.
In sixth form, I struggled quite a bit with my mental health, and without Chris being there, I don't think I would have really made it through.
Stand clear of the doors. The next station is Halsden.
Hi, welcome. My name is Chris. I'm the D.I.V.A coordinator. Come follow me to find out what we're doing today at the Unity Centre in Church Road. Let's go. We're going to have fun today. The D.I.V.A program stands for Determination, Independence, Value and Aspiration. It's not D.I.V.A in the traditional sense. We started the program in 2018.
It was very small. It was pretty much maybe like, I want to say around eight girls of my year group. She kind of just put it out that we'd be a part of something that will help us kind of understand where we're going to go in the future. In terms of like if we're going to go to uni, what jobs we're going to have, like CV writing, university applications, and also kind of just creating a bond among people, which that kind of just spoke out to me.
My determination, my perseverance has definitely grown just from like year 9. I've also been lucky enough to enter certain rooms that I never thought I'd have the privilege of entering through this program. And yeah, I've achieved quite a bit.
Okay, we're going to go see what's happening in the February camp. So the ages range between, I'd say 8 to 16. And the idea behind this is during the half term, all the girls come together. They do lots of icebreakers. They make new friends. It's just a nice environment for the girls to thrive and get to know each other. You know, growing up in the early 2000s, BAME girls or black girls were pushed into sports, and that's the release that we had. So having something like D.I.V.A, having a safe space where girls can talk from age 11 all the way to 21 and be friends, I think that's very important. So. Now, okay, that room apparently we're not going to be in there for until 2 o'clock. So can we set up lunch in here? But instead of doing lunch, we're going to do the bracelets in this room here, yeah? So do you remember how we set up lunch with all the tables? That's what we're going to do. Who's got the bag? Who's got the bag?
With the,
Yeah, bracelets. Yeah, we're going to start setting up in here. So everybody who wants to do any bracelets, feel free to stay here with Radhika, Aska and Dhruvi. Everybody else, you're going to be doing multi-sports with Sunita in the other room. Yeah? So that's how we're going to do it. Are we good with that? Yeah. Okay, good. So let's go get some tables. We need 4 more tables. Girls, get up.
your hair looks so
Thank you.
Nice. I said I'll dye my hair and I did.
You're trying to say I look clean, innit?
Women and girls are affected by anything. We're not heard at the first cry. And that not being heard at the first cry, for me, if that continues throughout the generations, we have a silenced generation of girls. And to me, that's a huge issue. One of the other issues I would say is identity. People are afraid to be who they are because so much of who you are is determined by stigma associated with social media and, you know, some of the images that they're exposed to. Programs like D.I.V.A allow these issues to be addressed for the girls and hopefully, one step at a time, just make a difference.
Chris is honestly one of the most important people that I've ever had, like, kind of like a parental figure. I've been able to kind of go to her when I've had problems that weren't even connected to like school or anything, just my own personal problems. She's always been very supportive. She never kind of sugarcoated anything for me. She always told me like what is the best thing to do to like put myself first. And yeah, she kind of just allowed me to kind of flourish.
In sixth form, I struggled quite a bit with my mental health, and without Chris being there, I don't think I would have really made it through. The D.I.V.A program allowed me not to fall through the cracks at a time where things were really difficult, and trying not to get emotional. But yeah, without Chris, I don't think I would have been seen at that point in time, and she created a community that made me feel safe enough to seek help.
One of the main challenges I find sustaining the D.I.V.A program is funding. There's not a lot of funding for women and girls. Because not only do I have a full-time job as a careers lead in a school with lots of kids, working with the girls on the D.I.V.A program is also, it's a blessing, and it also does take a lot of my time because I do a lot of it myself. I'm the camera person, I'm the mentor, I do everything. But it also takes time from, the time with my kids.
We need to get rid of those barriers that, the hoops that people are jumping through to be able to provide meaningful work. It has got to stop. We've got to make it easier for these organisations to meet the needs that are right in front of us.
D.I.V.A is going to grow. It's going to be its own CIC, so it's important that women's CICs and groups have their own, or have access to funding that these big, all male-dominated charities have. It's very important that we have that access so we can make the same impact that they make with our girls. And we need it more so in certain aspects because, especially look at Brent, there's violence against girls, there's gangs, and don't get twisted, girls do get involved in that. And that's something that we as a charity, it's another avenue we can look at because we do support with mental health, we do support with careers development, and having access to those pots, it's game-changing for us.
So I was thinking the same thing. So when we got our GCSE results last year, I wasn't happy with what I got. But I was really upset that day she was there. But she was actually really supportive, and she was telling me what other choices I could have chosen. I could have gone to other sixth forms, other colleges, but I decided to stay in our one. But I'm glad she was there because I was stressed on that day. But I'm glad she helped me through that day. I was actually really good.
Through Connect Stars, they put us on the UPCHANGE project, and the support has been phenomenal. So having women in the same space and same situation as I am, who are potential leaders, having that support system, being able to ask questions to women in different stages of their leadership within their organisation has been very helpful for me. We've had training on how to get funding, ironically. had training on how to get funding. We've had training on how to better the program.
I would want it to have a lot of coverage. I want people to actually use D.I.V.A as a template to create their own organizations and their own charities, or to uplift the young women in all the areas of London.
It needs to be a program rolled out UK-wide because every girl in every school should have access to what the D.I.V.A provides. And actually, if we think about it, it's an injustice that they don't.
Within the community, I think we have a long way to go. The vision has not been completed. It's not even near completed. It's just begun because we want the girls from different schools to come together and learn and work together with women from different backgrounds, different professionals. We want a network of women to work with our girls and mentor them. So no, the vision for D.I.V.A is not anywhere near complete, but we're a work in progress.